Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, yes. In this video, I want us to have a look at some remarks made by Professor Kithure Kindiki on Wednesday. Because looking at the remarks, they expose the confusion in Ruto's government and the widening split between Kithure Kindiki and Rigathi Gachagua. A confirmation that there are two camps emerging in William Ruto's government. The pro-Kithure Kindiki and the pro-Rigathi Gachagua. But before we dig deep into that, let me say this. Azimio has written to ICC requesting for investigations to be started against Inspector General of Police Japhet Koome over the recent deaths that have been witnessed during Azimio demonstrations. And that's very interesting because yesterday, Azimio announced that after Ramadan, most probably they will start a new round of demonstrations. So if you look at what is happening and what Kithure Kindiki said on Wednesday, you can tie the dots to understand the games being played here. Let's have a look at the remarks by Kithure Kindiki before we continue. All officers and security agencies involved in managing public protests, demonstrations and crowd control are under very strict instructions not to use live bullets when dealing with members of the public. Kithure Kindiki, 12th April 2023. So Kithure is making it very clear, or rather was making it clear on Wednesday, that no police officer, especially those who will be involved in managing protests and demonstrations, no police officer is allowed to use a live bullet. This is very interesting, ladies and gentlemen. In this video, I want us to dig deep into all this to understand the games being played behind the scenes. If you are watching us, but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give this video a like. Let's continue. Yes, I've always maintained here that for the time William Ruto has been the president, if you look at this government, Kithure Kindiki is coming out as a person in a wrong group. If you look at the top government leaders, William Ruto, Rigathi, Kithure Kindiki, Rigathi and William Ruto, they seem to be birds of the same feathers, but not Kithure Kindiki. This remarks exposes that split in government. There might be a team around Kithure Kindiki, and there is equally another team around Rigathi Gachagua. And looking at what happened during the demonstrations, it's a fact that the orders never came from Kithure Kindiki, but from Rigathi Gachagua most definitely, because we also saw a meeting between Rigathi Gachagua and some senior security officers. Kithure Kindiki was absent. So it's coming out very clearly that Kithure and Rigathi are not reading from the same page on matters of how demonstrators are to be dealt with. And I'm seeing a very high possibility where the orders that Rigathi Gachagua was giving to the police, that was making the police carry out some illegal activities, I strongly believe that those orders might have had the blessings of William Ruto himself. Because there is no way Rigathi Gachagua could have ordered the police to use live bullets without the knowledge of William Samoei Ruto. So the first thing I'm seeing here, it might be possible that William Ruto as the president is very confused. He is trying what we call trial and error. Ruto thought that by unleashing the police on Raila Odinga and the peaceful demonstrators, that was going to kill the spirit of the demonstrators. They tried it for about 2 weeks. It failed. And I'm saying it failed because from what we were seeing, after the police dispersing the demonstrators, it never took more than 5 minutes. We were seeing the demonstrators regrouping once more and the procession could continue. Something that confirms that even though the police was using a lot of force on them, that was not discouraging them. They were determined in making sure their message was sent home. So Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua tried that for the 2 weeks of demonstrations, but that failed. That having failed, I'm seeing a William Ruto is now torn between Rigathi Gachagua and Professor Kithure Kindiki. I'm seeing a William Ruto is now in the middle. And it's very dangerous for Rigathi Gachagua, for William Ruto to be in the middle, because that means that the atrocities that the police have so far committed, the perpetrators in this case, who are directly involved, Rigathi Gachagua, Kwame, and some police officers who are captured live on camera, implementing the hooliganism. Yes, implementing the hooliganism. Something tells me very strongly that by William Ruto remaining in the middle, Rigathi Gachagua and that team might be in serious problems. And I'm saying that they might be in serious problems because already Azimio has written to ICC. They are requesting for investigations to be started in Kenya and more so against the police, Inspector General of Police, and some road police officers who are captured live on camera actually beating and even killing the demonstrators. So Ruto being in the middle should be a warning to Rigathi Gachagua and his team. In the due course of time, they might find themselves abandoned. They will carry their own crosses. And I'm saying that because this is not the first time we are seeing things like this happening in Kenya. In 2007, there were people who were taken to Hague. I'm not ruling out any possibility of some individuals being taken to Hague. In the event investigations starts in Kenya, then I'm sure the likes of Rigathi Gachagua, Japhet Koome might be people of interest. And from these remarks by Kithure Kindiki, I'm seeing a totally dysfunctional government. A government that does not know where it is. Besides the confusion, the government is just not working. They are getting everything wrong. The structures are not working. I personally believe that the security docket should be under the control of Kithure Kindiki. The police force should be independent and should not be dictated or be given orders by anybody. But from what we have so far seen, it's clear the police is not independent. They were taking orders from Rigathi Gachagua. So the structures are just not working. And that can explain why the government is unable to find a solution to what Kenyans are going through. That's why you are seeing the cost of living skyrocketing each passing day. All these are signs of a failing government. And I won't be wrong to say, if the trend continues, then all indications are showing this government is moribund. This is a government that will obviously fail. The remarks by Kithure Kindiki exposes that. Let me stop there, ladies and gentlemen. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give this video a like. If you are watching us outside Kenya, drop a comment, let us know from which part of the globe you are watching us from. If possible, subscribe, give this video a like. Let's meet in our next analysis.